Good afternoon, 6-4 parents. Mr. Hagedorn here with our weekly update. One quick announcement. We will have our first semester celebration on Friday, February 16th. That is a week from the Friday coming up. That will be from 8:15 to 8:50. Again, that's Friday, February 16th from 8:15 to 8:50. As far as math goes, on Monday, all of the math classes will be taking their mid-year STAR assessment. So this is a little different than the NC check-in last week. The NC check-in is to see how they're doing on the skills I have taught so far this year. The STAR is to kind of see how are they doing on math as a whole, not just the stuff I've taught, but previous material, maybe stuff they may know above what I have already taught as well. So more of an idea where they are as a math student rather than just what I've taught them. All right. In Math 6 Plus, after we take the STAR on Monday, we will be finishing up simplifying equations. We spent the last week or so talking about equations using the distributive property and then using that to help us simplify expressions. We will have the study guide on Wednesday, and Thursday we'll also work on the study guide. Thursday is going to be a little bit of a shortened class. And then on Friday, we will take our Unit 6 quiz. Math 6, we are going to finish up adding and subtracting fractions next week. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we will have our study guide. Friday will be our quiz in Math 6 as well. That will cover least common multiple, greatest common factor, and then adding and subtracting fractions. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.
All right, 6-4 families. Science. We finished up Layers of the Earth. We're not quite done with it yet, though. So on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the students are beginning into groups, and they're going to be creating stop motion videos using Google Slides. And what they're going to do is they're going to create a video that represents the layers of the Earth, how they're structured, cool facts about them. They're going to be talking about the four main layers, the crust, the mantle, the inner and the outer core, and the two sublayers, the lithosphere and the asthenosphere. And so they're going to have about 3 days to make a stop motion. If you do not know, that is something that looks like it's moving, but it's actually not moving at all. It's, the objects are moving on different slides. So we'll be doing that. And then on Thursday and Friday, we're going to be walking into our new unit, which is completely related to Layers of the Earth. We're going to be doing plate tectonics, and it's basically the introductions on Thursday and Friday. And then we'll be rolling deeper into them next week. And I'll talk more about that next Friday. And have a good weekend.
All right, friends, let's talk language arts first, and then we'll get into social studies. So in language arts, we are continuing next week to look at World Without Fish, but on Monday we do have a mid-unit where the students are going to do a kind of a cold read and answer some questions around it, and then the rest of the week we are continuing with our kind of focus on author's point of view in the World Without Fish and text-dependent questions, answering these text-dependent questions. So we'll be working through that. And then on Thursday, February, I don't remember what it is, the 8th, Thursday the 8th, we are going to do another NC check-in, which, like Mr. Hagedorn said, is going to kind of tell us how students are doing right now in their reading skills and how they're doing right now with their kind of understanding of the language arts standards, okay? So we'll do another one of those check-ins next week on the 8th. That's language arts. In social studies, we are continuing to talk about different types of government. And so we've been talking about monarchies and dictatorships. We've been talking about different democracies, and we've been talking about the different types of government. On Monday, the students are going to get together in groups. We started this today, and they are going to do a House of Cards game where they have to build a house of cards. The tallest one will win, but they have to do it using their government. So we've anointed a queen in each class, and she gets to tell them what to do. We have a dictator, and that guy gets to tell them what to do. We have democracies where they have to vote on what to do to build this house of cards. We'll tell you how it goes next week. As we finish that, are going to move on into some historic laws. We'll talk about citizenship in the ancient world, what made you a citizen, what counted you as a citizen in the ancient world. And we'll talk about some historic laws like Hammurabi's Code, Justinian's Code, the Magna Carta. That's what we'll be doing the kind of last part of the week. And that might carry on into the end or the beginning of next week after that. So that's what's happening in social studies. If you have any questions, please let us know. If not, have a good weekend.